The Rugby World Cup, the sporting event that had the entire world holding their breath as a single point determined it all. It was a spectacle that no one wanted to miss. Unfortunately, Qantas did. Yes, the airline that proudly sponsors the Australian rugby team, not being a sponsor of the Rugby World Cup, were prevented from being anywhere near the games.
I mean, what are they going to do? Beep it out every time I say rugby?
Our challenge was this. Qantas needed to promote New Zealand as a tourism destination and increase intention to visit New Zealand, and also set out to be the most recognised sponsor of the Rugby World Cup, in spite of the fact they were legally prohibited from producing content within 500 metres of any game.
$4.98, $4.99, $500.
And so, Qantas hatched a plan to hijack the Rugby World Cup by putting together a campaign they called the Great Crusade. Via a digital promotion, 100 footy fanatics were selected and flown overseas to trail their favourite team.
Go the Wallabies!
In a convoy of 25 Qantas-branded camper vans, driving them across the New Zealand countryside, complete with their own travelling band,
Rocket to the Great Crusade!
an action-packed itinerary every day, a party every night, and tickets to the best show in town.
World Cup 2011, here I come. Go you Wallabies!
But you may have noticed the Great Crusade had a stowaway.
Hi, I'm Toby Withers for Highly Strung Magazine.
A mockumentary series that saw clueless reporter Toby Withers flung headfirst out of his depth and onto our screens.
There's Withers for the goal.
21 episodes were made and released over 35 days, featuring great rugby players,
What do you do?
famed commentators,
I don't want my face on
You know,
camera.
we'll blur it. Make sure you blur his face out, Craig.
and even the Wallabies themselves.
I sort of want to stake out any Wallabies players are here, but I'm trying to find it. You haven't seen any?
With 12.7 million viewers online, the show proved so popular it was featured internationally on free-to-air TV, appearing on Channel 9 in Australia and on New Zealand's prime television sports panel show, The Crowd Goes Wild.
Crowd goes wild? What crowd? I mean, who are you talking? It's so vague.
The web series went on to receive an Emmy Award nomination for digital fiction. Meanwhile, Qantas was awarded a prize of its own. Research found that 70% of people exposed to the Great Crusade had increased their interest in booking a trip to New Zealand in the following 12 months. But more remarkable was this. According to Nielsen research, Qantas were the most recognised of all Rugby World Cup sponsors, in spite of the fact they never actually were one. So that's how Qantas took being shut out of the World Cup and turned it into an online campaign, a comedy show, 25 branded caravans, 100 fanatical Wallaby supporters, and the eyes of millions of rugby fans watching around the world.